Hey, what's up? It's Comic 95 The Savior, and yeah, as y'all already saw by the title, it just never ends. And it's so funny to me because it's like every time that I feel like I'm burnt out and I'm tired of making YouTube videos and I'm like, what should I talk about? I literally just have to read my comment section, check my email, and there's always going to be some hole that's just been waiting for me to address them. So before I get started, y'all know how my journals go. I speak unfiltered, tell you how I'm feeling, what's on my mind. And I constantly have to repeat myself on my channel all the time. And it used to kind of irritate me, but I made a video talking about this before. Like, why do I care anymore? Like, I'm literally making money off of the fact that people are hurt, offended, triggered by things that I'm saying, I'm doing, and that I'm thinking, or me living my own life. So it's really interesting to me because, like, if you really hate me and like don't like what I'm doing or think I'm a hypocrite or anything else about me, the best move you can make is to not watch my content. The moment that you click on my video, it doesn't matter. In case you haven't realized, the dislike bar is gone, so that's a waste of time. But it's like, even if you do that, any interaction that you have on my video, it counts as engagement. Yeah, I've said this before. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Leaving a hate comment, same difference. So, anyway, yeah, it's like the best thing you can do to hurt me is don't watch my videos, don't like them or dislike them, and don't comment on them if you really want to hurt my little feelings. But y'all can't do that because y'all love the taste of my pussy. But anyway, yeah, I got a message from this girl. And I didn't get a message. I got a comment from her, and it got sent to my spam. So, of course, I didn't bother to publish it. But she left a whole comment talking about how basically I'm a hypocrite and how I'm going through some issues, basically. And so she was talking about how I basically was contradicting myself because I made videos talking, badly about doing sex-related work. And then here I am with the OnlyFans, basically. So I wouldn't have had any issue with what she said if she didn't phrase it the way that she did. Because when she talked about the issues part, and then, of course, the ironic part thing, it's like there's so many things wrong with your comment. But I'm going to, instead of arguing with you inside the comments there, I was like, why not just make a YouTube video on it and make money on what I have to say to you instead of replying back and forth to you? So, first of all, like most people that try to criticize me, you clearly didn't watch my video to actually listen to what I was saying, and instead you watched it with the intention to try to argue with me, prove a point, or be right about something. Typical. On top of that, you also misconstrued my words. That's not what I said exactly. First of all, if you actually watched my video, I specifically said that the way that I'm using OnlyFans is the same way that I was inspired from another girl. There's no nudity on my OnlyFans. I'm not having sex with anyone, including myself. You're not seeing me play with the dildo. You're not seeing me fuck anybody. I'm also not being paid to have sex with someone else. And instead, I'm having people pay me for the thirst traps that I've already been posting for free on Snapchat and Instagram. Where did you not get that part? However, I talked about, in a comparison with the two, how people are judgmental and feel negatively towards people who monetize themselves and sell their bodies, sell their pictures, their videos. Not in regards to sex per se, but I also mentioned sex too. It's okay for people to sleep around casually, but God forbid you put a $sign on it. Now, do not get me wrong. I made the comparison. I did not say I support people, being prostitutes or escorts or anything else like that. That is a very huge difference between doing that and selling a sexy picture of yourself or video online. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know the sex workers like to include the two because they want to have a group or whatever, or have support by, clinging on to this other group, whatever type thing. But I'm sorry, it's not the same thing. Me posting a picture of myself dancing in a bikini in comparison to me fucking, Tato is not the same thing, sweetheart. Sorry. That's not what I said inside my video. However, what I did say is that it is still not contradiction, but how can I say? I can't even say ironic, but double standard for lack of a better word. I was talking about how society views things. If I were to tell you that I had sex with random people from off of Tinder, you would be more okay with that than if I told you that I had sex with random people from Tinder and I charged them $400 per an hour. Then you'd have a problem when I become a whore. But if I just told you, oh yeah, like I had this one night stand with this guy and his dick was small, it's funny, entertaining. But if I tell you I had sex with this guy, his dick was small, but he gave me $400, now all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, Ren's a whore. That is what I was getting at. I did not say that this is what I do. And if you actually listen to the video, I specifically said that I don't even send nudes to the people that I've dated. But I talked about how a lot of the stuff that people are doing on these sites, for example, OnlyFans, is stuff that most of you all are already doing for free, including you underage girls who will eventually be adults. Y'all not gonna stay babies forever. I remember when I was 15, 16 years old, when I first became interested in Japan. Here I am 10 years later. And you wanna know what? You are going to look back and think to yourself, look at all of these people that I sent nudes to. All the times I posted pictures of myself wearing a bikini, wearing lingerie online, and people are sitting up there fapping to your crap, not giving you a dime for it. Or you can put it behind a wall in which people have to pay you money to access the stuff, and you can actually make money off of it. Why would you not want to get paid for something that you're already doing? That's what I said. I did not say, hey girls, everybody be a whore. Not to mention, like I said, big difference. Picture of yourself, by yourself, looking sexy, covering your lady bits, and a video of you actually having sex with somebody are completely different things. I also mentioned in the video that I don't really still support the act of doing it per se, but rather I acknowledge the fact there's a double standard, and I was real about what I'm currently doing right now. That was the purpose in the video. So I didn't quite exactly change my stance on it. Not to mention, you kind of twisted my words. I did not change my opinion on what I said inside my video. My issue was Asians using the fact that foreigners are stereotypically easy and willing to have sex with you to justify ghosting us, abusing us, lying to us, and tricking us, those of us that want to be in monogamous relationships, into having sex or doing things we otherwise would not feel comfortable doing under the, pretense or whatever, the expectation of having a real boyfriend-girlfriend relationship that will hopefully lead to marriage. That is what I talked about in my video. I've also talked about in my video, as I believe you were alluding to, but once again you missaid. I talked about how stereotypically, which when you say stereotypically, it's true, it's factual. Most of the black men here tend to be African, those that are not inside the military. And out of the people here that are African, from various African countries, they're generally working as touts here. They are people that try to get you to go into host clubs, bars, etc., that are normally scams, where they try to, force you into paying a bunch of money that you don't owe, get you drunk, rob you, type stuff like that. And which is really brothels and, cheap hookers, basically. Sex trafficking type stuff going on. Oftentimes dealing with Asian girls from various countries, not just Japan, but from China, the Philippines, Vietnam, etc. That is factual, and that is true. And then on the girl side of it, there are tons of girls here that come to Japan with, the goal of being what they think is being an idol, but it's like, girl, you're literally just being a stripper and an AV star. But okay, go off, have fun doing what you're doing. But my problem with that is, you're in a foreign country. It's stereotypical work, and I'm sorry, I can't compare the two things. And let me backtrack, like, hold on, wait, girl, you got an OnlyFans. Hear me out. OnlyFans is a British company. Who is my audience? White and black people. Living where? In Japan? No. People that are living abroad. Those are the people that are buying my crap. Very small percentage of Japanese minority people that are subscribed to me on YouTube, or that follow me on Instagram, or that have found me on Tinder. I am not walking up and down the street asking people to pay to have sex with me and fuck me inside of a brothel. Very big difference, hon. Not to mention the dangers and risk involved. You can actually get pregnant or an STD from doing that type of work. Sorry, but me showing my breasts, the top of them, not even my nipples, you ain't seeing nothing. Showing you exactly what you can see on Instagram. Showing you exactly what you can see if you happen to go to the beach at the same time as me, and getting paid money off of it because I'm posed in a sexy way. Sorry, I'm not going to call that sex work. If it makes you feel better to call it that, then fine, go ahead. I get it. It's loosely related to each other, but not the same thing. I also acknowledge that, of course, most people on OnlyFans are doing the full-on thing, and that is the way that most people are making their money. But I talked about how the reason why I decided to sign up for it is I got inspired by somebody that did not go all the way, but was making bank on the site for literally selling pictures and videos of herself with the same crap she had on Instagram already, just stopped posting it there, sharing old stuff she took for her boyfriend, etc. No nudes, no showing of that, no effing anybody, no putting toys inside, none of that type of crap. That is what I said. Please do not twist my words. Also, if you are an adult, you can also be mature enough to recognize maybe some things that you're doing, you wouldn't suggest that other people do it yourself, and you can accept that they are wrong. A good example of this that a lot of people don't seem to be able to understand. Sorry, I got some food in my mouth. Need a tissue. Alright, sorry for being ghetto. But, okay, sorry, I had some, like, food stuck inside my mouth still. And my pizza is not ready, so I'm going to be eating and talking to y'all. Excuse the foil sounds. But, yeah, I'm thinking, like, okay, if you're an adult, you can be mature enough to recognize some things that you're doing aren't necessarily right, but you're honest about what you're doing. For example, I think about my dad. My dad smoked cigarettes for the entirety of my life. And you want to know what he always did? He always told me about how trash smoking was. He hated being around smokers. He didn't want me to see him smoke. He didn't want smoking to be made legal inside of places. But guess what? He smoked every single day, pretty much. Okay. You can do something and recognize that it's not good or right to do. How do you think I made my channel, giving my advice on dating, etc.? Is it because I'm perfect and I'm married and I have 6 kids? No. It's because I experienced being dumb like a lot of the bitches that be sending me emails, crying over, Sasuke, about how they really like this guy, but they don't know because he doesn't reply back. It takes him 6 months to, reply to a good morning text. Crap like that. Because I was that dumb bitch myself. It's not a matter of talking down on you, acting like I'm better than you, or that I don't do whatever type stuff. If you actually watched my channel and actually listened to the crap that I said, I talked about how I considered becoming an escort myself and how I pretty much went down that route before. I also talked about how even as a child, I was thinking about doing this type of stuff because I wanted to get a phone and a computer. Sweetheart, you don't fucking know me. Please do not try to come for me. Dumbass bitch. Not to mention, why are you lurking and hanging around on my channel? If you were so hurt and felt so offended by what I said about doing sex-related work here in Japan, doing stereotypical related jobs, if that hurt your fucking feelings so much, why the hell are you subbed to me? Why are you waiting on me to say something on my channel in which you could be like, oh, that's a contradiction? Does my pussy taste that good, bitch? Because I ain't gay, so I'm just trying to figure out why you got it in your mouth. I'm legitimately curious. You want to be my personal assistant or something, ho? Because, damn, you doing a better job keeping track on the shit that I say to myself. I got hundreds of videos. And that stuck with you for some reason? You ain't even remember it right. My stance still stays the same. I'm sorry, but going to a foreign country such as Asia, specifically Japan, and choosing to do work where you are being an AV star. Choosing to do work where you are being an escort. Choosing to do work where you are going to be a stripper, a prostitute, whatever you want to call it, working at a brothel. I cannot say that I would suggest people doing that or support people doing that. I understand why people choose these jobs, and I'm not judging them in the sense that I feel like I'm better than them, but rather it kind of makes me wonder, like, why would you go to a foreign country? Why would you do that in your home country to begin with? But normally, at least when people do it in their home countries, because they need money. But people here that would rather do that than just be a teacher, get a normal job, I cannot wrap my mind around it. I talked about monetizing stuff that you are already doing. I am not encouraging people to go out and make pornos and whatnot to make money. That is not what I said. If that were the case, I would say sign up for Pornhub. Did I say that? No, I did not. Please do not twist my words. I talked about how African men here are typically working jobs where they're standing on the street soliciting and trying to trick and con both young Japanese men and foreign men of various ages to go to these clubs, bars, and brothels in soapland and red light districts. That is factual. I talked about how there are a ton of people, both black and white, but I was specifically talking about black people if I recall. Because I am black, not to single us out or say that we do more than anybody else. I cannot support doing this anywhere, but especially in a foreign country. Why would you want to do stereotypical related work? I am an American. And OnlyFans is a British company. And like I said, if you actually listen to what I was saying, I specifically said what I'm doing on there and what I'm not doing. I said that it's the same content you get on Instagram, just a slither sexier. And now I'm charging for it. That's it. You're not seeing me have sex with anybody. So actually, I kind of didn't really change my stance significantly on that. The only thing that changed was my stance on the company OnlyFans. And the reason why that changed was, like how I said, I didn't know that it was possible to do that without going all the way. I didn't think people would pay for that, because why pay for it when you can get it free, basically. Y'all think y'all know everything. And then your comment didn't even make any sense because you were so busy trying to be phony. You phrased it in a way in which you were acting like you were offended by me being judgmental towards people that do sex-related work, and now I'm doing it. If anything, instead of saying that I have issues suddenly, wouldn't it be you thanking me for changing my stance on it and being supportive of it all of a sudden? Like, I can't even understand where your mind is at. You saying I got issues, your comment sounds like you do. Because let's say that I did say, oh my god, sex workers are horrible people, they're blah blah blah. Okay, I changed my mind. Am I not allowed to do that? Excuse me, bitch. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to change my opinions. Isn't that what we do when we get older? We grow, we have more experiences. You know what else I didn't used to care about back in the day? Since you want to talk about changing opinions and stump people's growth and shit. Guess what? When I was 16, 17, even as young as, or as old as 20, 21 years old, I'd even say up to 22. I didn't give two shits about where my date was planned. If my date decided to take me to a cheap, I don't know, yakiniku restaurant, or a cheap izakaya, or a ramen shop, I didn't bat an eye. I was happy to be going on a date. And you want to know what I don't do now? I don't go on them damn dates anymore. My standards have changed. You want to know why? Because I've learned more over time. I recognize, if a guy really likes me, he's not going to take me to some cheap, crappy-ass restaurant. I used to accept drive dates too. And then I learned, if he's going to take me for a drive, we need to also be going out to eat somewhere that's not going to be at a hotel. I didn't have that same opinion back in the day, did I? No. But I learned, I grew. I've changed my mind on tons of things. That wasn't quite exactly one of them. However, once again, what you said was just restating my video. I literally say in my video how I've pretty much changed my stance to a degree. So I'm contradicting myself again right now. But I even admitted how my stance has changed a little bit towards it. I didn't say I'm okay with it and I support it and encourage people to do it. I said, go ahead and do what I'm doing. Which is, sell the crap you're already posting for free. Just stop posting more stuff. Make it a little bit sexier, sure. But you ain't got to show anything. There's nowhere on my video where I said, yeah, go ahead, do sex work in Japan, stand on corners, join a brothel. Do I advise that? No. And that is what I was talking about and getting on girls for doing. That is not the same thing. Do not compare the two. There's a huge difference, like I said, between selling a video of yourself dancing in lingerie and a video of yourself actually having sex with other people. Or better yet, just physically doing it. I am not risking getting pregnant, getting an STD, or anything else. I don't even have to worry about my stuff being leaked because it's the same type of crap that I would put on Instagram anyway, except now I'm making you pay for it. You ever wondered what the rest of my body looked like and just thought that I was a head? Go to Instagram and you can see what I look like. Ain't no fucking secrets, dumb bitch. Y'all don't even make no sense. Like, if you don't like me that much, you don't like my opinions, you think I'm a hypocrite, you mad at me, butthurt over stuff I say, there are millions of YouTube channels. Why the fuck are you watching my shit? Ain't no different than that host Rochelle that I was working with. Y'all bitches will come to my channel for advice and for help, and then will talk shit about me behind my back. I'm like, I don't even fucking care. Thank you for the algorithm boost. Thank you for the ad revenue. And thank you for letting me know how important my pussy is to you. Because I can't name a single person that I don't like on YouTube whose content I actually watch. Closest I can get to is Kevin Samuels. You wanna know what I don't do? I don't hit the dislike button. Well, now it doesn't matter anymore because it's gone. I don't bother to dislike it. I don't leave hate comments. If I disagree with something, I make a video about it and I talk about it. But I can also be real enough to acknowledge there's some things that he says that I disagree with. But I can separate my disagreement on the topic from the person per se, or the overall message. There are some things that I don't agree with that he says. Just like with me, I'm pretty sure there are tons of you who watch my content, and every once in a while you see a video where you're like, yeah, I disagree with you, Rant. And that's cool. I'm not asking for yes men. But you can also be respectful with it. You can say, wow, that's a big change. I thought you didn't like whatever. Instead of talking about how I have some issues that I'm clearly dealing with working on. Girl, you got some issues because you worried about what the fuck I'm doing with my pussy. Are you mad that you ain't getting free content from me anymore? Is that what's going on? You wanted to see my pussy for free? Because I'm genuinely curious. Why do you care? Y'all don't make no sense. Anyway, if you are going to come for me, try to call me out for being a hypocrite, tell me that I have issues, please make sure you get the facts straight. Get what I said correct. I ain't ever said sex work is okay. Nothing wrong with it. And the context matters. It would be no different than a black person. I think about the J. Cole song Neighbors. Moving to an all-white neighborhood and deciding, let's start trapping here. You can support and be okay with drugs, marijuana, weed, whatever the crap you want to call it that you do. But why would you do that here? Okay, this is the same situation. You might know and have friends that smoke weed. You might do it yourself, maybe. But you can also recognize, I shouldn't be doing this. It's wrong. It's bad. I'm addicted to this. You don't act like your doo-doo don't stink. What's so hard to understand about that? And this is one thing that I do like about Japan. Like, I hate talking to foreigners when it comes to this type of stuff because y'all so damn sensitive. Y'all love arguing and talking politics, etc. Y'all want everybody to pat you on the back and tell you that everything that you're doing is right, nothing that you're saying and doing is wrong, everything is justified, do whatever you want to, everybody's perfect, everybody's beautiful, every career is okay, everybody's smart and educated. Just like the people that get mad when you talk about, degrees and careers. Do you know that I actually wanted to be a game designer? Do you know that I thought about being a fashion designer? The same careers that I crap on about people coming here to Japan to do. I wanted to be a translator. But of course, dumb bitches like you who don't know how to fucking listen, can't read, don't listen to actually comprehend, but instead they just want to respond and react to what's being said. They want to get triggered. You don't hear any of that stuff that I'm saying. All you get out of what I'm saying is, I think I'm better than you because I have a degree in education. And that is not what I said. I make my videos to help you get a good job here, a higher salary here, a very likely position, versus trying to feed your head with unrealistic expectations. All of you all are not going to be able to successfully become engineers. All of you are not going to be able to be translators full-time, making a salary of over 4,000 USD a month. That is my point. Anything is possible. You can get a job doing anything. But would it be advisable to tell millions of people that they can do that? Not even thousands of you are going to get that job. That is my point. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to watch and listen to somebody that lies to you and tells you anything you want to do is possible. Yeah, you can do that. Everybody's doing it here. Oh, it's so easy. That's what you want to hear. If you want lies, sweetheart, this is not the channel. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm going to tell you right now, my opinions will change on shit all the fucking time. You want to know why? Because I'm sorry, as beautiful as I am not God. I'm human. My stance, feelings, and opinions will change. I'm 26 years old. You want to know what that means? I'm fucking young. I'm still in my 20s, bitch. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm still learning, experiencing, and growing from things. I also specifically said in that video what I was not going to do. How is that comparable to what you just said? Working at a brothel or being a tout on the street in Japan versus being online catering to a foreign audience of sexually suggestive photos and videos. Not quite exactly the same thing that I was talking about, but close enough and similar in work, which is why I did even acknowledge that in my video. But again, you weren't listening for that part. You just wanted to call me a hypocrite. You just wanted to complain and bitch about something. And then hoes like you, like I don't understand, because it's like, if anything, you should be thanking me for being woman enough, man enough, mature enough to admit I was wrong about something or to change my mind about something. Because see, most people, like bitches like you, they get an opinion on something and they refuse to change their mind. They're like, nope, I said this, so I'm going to, stand on this hill until I fucking die. I'm not going to change my mind because I don't want to be wrong. It takes an intelligent person to also admit they're doing something and say that it's wrong and you shouldn't do it. Come to my Patreon. They know all of my shit that y'all don't know here on YouTube. I talk about everything that I've done in relationships. I talk about the good things that I've done and a ton of the bad. And I tell them all the time, yep, I did this, or yep, I'm doing this, but don't be like me, don't do this. I'm just being real and telling you what's really going on. If I wanted to be sneaky, I could just use a completely different username for my OnlyFans. Change my username for all the little links, make a new Instagram, etc. Y'all ain't finna find my shit. My YouTube channel too small. Don't nobody give a fuck about me to be trying to figure out if I got extra accounts, etc. But I'm honest and upfront about it. Why? 2 reasons. 1, I know I'm going to get more subscribers for doing that. And 2, because I want to be. Lying is hard. You have to remember your lies, cover them up, etc. My whole fucking channel is about being real and honest with you on my journals. Sure, there are some things that I'll never share that I'm not going to talk about. And I'm also human. I lie too. Believe it or not, yes, I lie. I make up shit. I lie. You do too. You're not perfect either, bitch. And guess what? Just like me, you've changed your mind and opinions on things that you had strong opinions or whatever the fuck you want to call it about. And sorry, once again, listen to what I said. I did not change my opinion on that overall topic. OnlyFans is not the same as being an escort. It's also not the same as being a tout scamming people on the street. It's not the same as being, somebody working at some host club, selling their body. It's not the same as selling yourself online, having sex with other people. Because I specifically said on my own account, it's the same Instagram content, just a slither sexier. I don't need to argue with you or prove myself to you, ho. Why you choking on my pussy? If you don't like me, leave. Nobody's making you watch my content. You think I'm a hypocrite? You got triggered by me talking about sex work? Why are you still... I made that video, what was it, almost a year ago, if not a year ago. That was months ago. Why are you here? Please explain to me. Y'all so obsessed with me. Come to my channel, ask me for advice, and be secretly lurking in the shadows, jealous, hating asshole. And of course, always somebody, no profile picture, no real name, always the loudest bitch in the comments. Yes. And you know damn well you be shaking in your boots and stuttering if you have to actually say that shit to me in real life. And your comment was immature too, because like I said, you literally just left the door open for having no growth. You basically told me you are not allowed to change your mind, opinion, stance on anything. You said this, so you need to stand on that hill and die on it. Instead of being like, well, I'm glad you came around to realizing, you were wrong, or what you said was really judgmental, whatever. And I'm sorry I didn't change my mind on that. That remains the same. I am not going to come to a foreign country like Japan and be like, hey, I want to be a prostitute. Am I doing that? No. I've been offered to do AV work a gazillion times here. Have I done it? No, I have not. And guess what, ho? You gonna really choke on my pussy when you see me doing modeling work here. Subscribe to my Patreon if you want to see that. It's only $5. Since I know you're hurt about me charging $30 to see what you think is my revealing my pussy on OnlyFans. You so hurt and triggered over it. You know what I don't do? I don't follow people on YouTube that I don't like. It's a waste of my time. I sure as ain't finna waste my energy time leaving a hateful comment. In fact, I should read your comment. I'm over here talking all of this crap about it. I keep saying that. What did you say to me? This is what she said. She said, I find it ironic that you spoke about black, in parenthesis, African sex workers were a negative stereotype in Japan in previous videos, yet engaged in the same industry. You seemed very judgy back then, and now you're talking about, quote, monetizing yourself. You're clearly dealing with some issues currently, especially for a woman that was so judgmental before this. It's very surprising indeed. Okay, let's break down your comment. I already pretty much said this a million times. I find it ironic that you spoke about black African sex workers were a negative stereotype in Japan. Sorry, but it is. If people are associating your race with scamming people and are sleeping with people and charging a price with it or for free and being easy, I don't make the stereotype from stating the facts. And I also do find it problematic. Stance didn't change on that. Sorry, OnlyFans is online and doesn't necessarily mean that you have to fuck people and It's a British company, not Japanese. Just like how I tell people that I don't suggest being half naked walking around the streets of Japan. But guess what? If you go to my Instagram or watch my YouTube videos, I talk about it all the time. I love wearing sexy clothes. When I lived in the US, I liked wearing things that were more revealing, like V-necks, etc. However, I recognize in Japan, it's not the smartest idea to dress like, a piece of steak in front of hungry wolves. Okay. Yeah, you can call me a hypocrite and be like, well, wait, look at this picture of you like this. Yep, and guess what? I'm in the comfort of my own fucking home doing that shit. Not outside in the streets of Japan. Who's the audience on Instagram? Mostly Americans, Europeans, other Asians, not Japanese. Who made Instagram? America. Okay. End of discussion. Did I say I don't do this? No, I specifically say, I like sexy clothes too, but I recognize there's a time and place for it. Most of my family on my mother's side is Islamic, and guess what? When I go out to eat with them and go to one of their restaurants that is owned by their mosque, I don't come there with my tits hanging out and be like, well, I always dress like this. No, I recognize this is not the time and place to be myself. I can respect their rules. Simple as that. What's so hard to understand about that? When I go to work, I don't get bad and say, well, all of my dresses are thigh length. I don't want to wear no dress that goes past my knees. No, I recognize I am at work. I need to abide by the dress code. It's not going to kill me. Oh, God forbid somebody asks me to cover my shit. I'm not going to die from it. That's my point. I can do something. I can prefer something. And I can also admit that by doing things a certain way, you're risking certain things. I made a whole video talking about, dealing with perverts and people touching me and everything else, blah, blah, blah. You want to know what else I did? I talked about how, yes, of course, wearing revealing clothes doesn't excuse somebody from being an arpist or anything else. However, I have to keep it real with you. Yes, by wearing, doing, and acting a certain way or being at a certain place, especially at a certain time, you are almost inviting it to happen to you. No different than being a tourist in a foreign country like Vietnam or something and walking around with a brand new, I don't know, whatever the latest iPhone is, iPhone 14, 15, 16, if you're watching this in the future, with several freshly crisp $100 US bills in your pocket with your Dr. Lab jacket on and your Ferrari keys hanging out your pocket. What do you think is going to happen? Somebody going to rob your ass. Does that not make them a bad person, a thief and a robber? Yeah, they are. But who's also the dumbass for going out in public as a tourist, as a target? You! Because you weren't thinking about what you're doing. That was my point. Do you get what I'm saying now? No, of course you don't. I am not excusing the person, but I'm telling you your actions or behavior helped lead to that happening. This is not a matter of victim blaming. People love throwing that word around. I've had everything happen to me, so don't try to come for me, hoes. Had the crap beaten, abused, and sexed out of me since I was a little girl. And I still stand on what I said. You should be mindful of how you dress. And you want to know why? We don't live in a perfect world. There are creepy and bad people. You do what you can to protect yourself when you can. You consider where you're going, who you're going to be with. That determines how you dress, how you act, how you talk, etc. That's life. I don't make the rules. I play by them. Yes, bad things can happen anyway. You can have a security system. You can have a security dog. And your house can still get broken into. You can get robbed. Your dog can get shot. But at least you did what you could to stop it from happening. Versus being the person that has their windows open, doors unlocked, everything at night, has a sign up, your lights off or on, saying, hey, nobody's at home. What do you think is going to happen? Somebody gonna break in. Could that have happened anyway? Well, yeah, sure. But it'd probably be less likely to happen if you weren't announcing the fact that you're not at home, didn't have your doors and windows wide open, asking for someone to walk in. Just a thought. I don't understand why that's so difficult for people to understand. So, yeah, you can do something without necessarily supporting it or saying that it's right, but acknowledging what you're doing. You can also learn more about something. For example, as I said a million times, I did not know that you can use OnlyFans in a way that did not require you to literally show the entirety of your body, actually physically have sex with other people, but instead just show skimpy photos of yourself wearing sexy clothes. Crap that we all already do on Instagram. Thirst traps are a thing. Sorry, welcome to 2022. You don't have to feel comfortable with it or do it, but I'm telling you what I currently do, and I was like, why not just charge money for it? Y'all been asking me to make one for the longest. Then when I make one, then y'all get mad at me for having it. Be like, I'm so disappointed. Whatever. Anyway, back to your comment. Let's see what else. Yeah, so like I said, that's true. I don't decide what stereotypes are because I'm black, so I don't get to choose that. I'm telling you what they are and the fact that they typically refer to African men, not so much women. However, I did talk about girls here, like I said, doing like prostitute, escort type work, etc. And on top of that, if you listen to what I said, hello, I went down this route myself. I stopped myself, but I did it. This is not a matter of me saying, oh, I'm better than you, you're bad, but rather, I can admit that I did something and tell you that I don't suggest doing it and that it's not good for you and your body. I'm sorry your brain does not work well enough for you to understand that. Doing something does not make it right. Anyway, what else? You seem very judgy back then. I seem very judgy because I'm telling the truth that something is bad, so I have to lie to you and say it's good because you do it. So for example, you smoke, so I have to pretend like smoking is okay because there are some random benefits for it that have nothing to do with your conditions or situation right now. But to make you feel better, I have to pretend like I'm okay with the idea of smoking because you like it to make you feel happy, right? I have to pat you on the head and be like, oh, smoking is totally fine. There's tons of benefits for it. Let me find them for you. It's not the way that the real world works. That's facts. And sorry, but it is upsetting when people purposefully choose to do stereotypical stuff. I talk about my money issues here in Japan. That's a stereotype for black people. I've talked about that before too. But of course, conveniently, I confuse y'all. Y'all are so used to people being fake to y'all online that y'all don't know how to react to me. Because the stuff that y'all want to say about me, I've already said about myself. I've already showed you the other side of me and told you what I've done. So it doesn't even work. And it confuses the fuck out of y'all. Because y'all want to get on me and grill me for shit. And then it's like, bitch, I already said that. So where have you been? That's what I was saying about Trishelle and Capra and them. It's like, girl, I already got a video talking about my business. Sorry, not gonna hurt me. And then on top of that, it reminds me of that little, like, quote talking about, bringing up people's past, etc. Okay, like, how long ago was that? Not to mention, you misquoted me and my stance is still the same. I do not support people full on doing that. Selling a sexy picture or video of yourself not actually in the act of doing those deeds is very different from physically doing it, and especially physically doing it, selling it, and promoting it online. That is not what I'm doing. However, I understand that some people do choose to go all the way. And that's their choice. I'm not here to be your mama. But I'm also not going to get on you the same way that I would somebody physically doing that here in Japan. Because if you're doing it online for a foreign company, it's not the same as doing it in person for a Japanese brothel. Not the same thing. Anyway, talked about me being judgy. Let me end this. Talk about monetize yourself. Like, as I already said, yes. When I say monetizing yourself, I am not encouraging people to become an escort and charge $500 an hour. That is not what I was saying. However, what I was saying is, as I already said earlier, you are going to fuck people casually anyway. In fact, another double standard is, we are okay with having sex within a committed boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But God forbid you do it without just saying, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, let's fuck each other. That's okay. But if those words aren't said yet, then you're a whore. Or if you decide, hey, let's make each other feel good. But you're going to pay me $500 for this hour. You become a whore. I acknowledge the fact that it's a double standard. I did not say because this is so, go out and charge money for it. I said, if you're going to do this stuff anyway, you might as well charge money for it because it ain't no different. And a lot of y'all religious people feel like you're better than the rest of the herd or crowd or whatever because in your mind it's like, well, yeah, I've had casual sex, but I ain't making pay for it. Okay, but you did the same thing. I wouldn't suggest running around and just doing it more often because now you're getting money for it. But if you think about it, for a lot of y'all, how much money would you've had? You charge all these niggas for every time y'all have had sex with each other, especially without a commitment. Y'all be fucking niggas for a Wendy's chicken sandwich. That's if he even do that for you. A lot of y'all girls here in Japan, y'all get 2 beers, if even that, and get taken to a cheap motel. Not even a hotel. Cheap love motel. Nasty, dirty ass place. I've been there, done that, sweetheart. I speak from experience. Isn't this talk down on y'all? How do you think I know this crap? So anyway, yeah. It's like, okay. Same thing goes for pictures. Most of you all have a bikini. Most of you have been to the beach. Most of you have taken a picture of yourselves wearing a bra, wearing panties, twerking, whatever else. And you want to know what you didn't do? You didn't charge for it. And guess what you could have done? You could have charged for it. You could have made money off of it. That is what I said I decided to start doing. I did not say I let my guard down, let my hair down, and decided I am going to sell my body, physically fuck people, and make money off of it. But I did say there's a stupid double standard, because it's okay for you to do it for free, but it ain't okay if you put a price tag on it. That is what I said. Don't switch my words around. Do what you want to do. I ain't your mama. I ain't God. I'm not here to judge you. I don't care about what you do. But if we're going to talk about the subject and topic, I'm not going to shy away from my stance on it. No, I don't support doing that. I don't even really support what I'm doing. I'm just acknowledging what I'm doing. And I also recognize that after learning more about it, there is a way to do this without necessarily full on doing porn. That's that. You want to know what my mother did when she first found out I had a TikTok? She was like, you made a TikTok? She was disappointed. She thought I was going to be a hoe up on it. I don't even dance to do crap like that. My TikTok is me making jokes about life in Japan, or talking about things that I got going on or show in Japan. That is my TikTok account. Is that what most people do? No, not really. Most girls on TikTok do challenges, twerk, shake ass, etc. Do I think I'm better than them? No, and I'll probably do that someday too. However, it's not what my account is. But when people think about girls on TikTok, especially black women, what do you first think of? Doing these dance challenges. Okay. There is not a single dance challenge on my TikTok as of the making of this video. Will there be one in the future? Maybe. Yes, most people on OnlyFans are doing full-on hardcore corn. But I am not. I am not most people. I do not aim to represent most people. I do not care about what most people are doing. That does not concern me. It's none of my business. I said what I am doing, what inspired me to do it, and I suggested if you're already doing this, might as well monetize yourself, get paid off of it. The men that you're dating, that record you, take your picture, video, sell your crap online, put it on the dark web, you might as well get the coins yourself, is how I said it. Doing something in your home country, a foreign country, foreign as in outside of Japan, is not the same thing. Do you know where my account is registered to? Which ain't none of your damn business. The US. Do you know who owns OnlyFans? The UK. Not Japan. Do you know who most of my customers are? No, you fucking don't, bitch. Please mind your own business. And like I said, if you don't like me, stop watching my channel. You think I'm a hypocrite, don't watch my stuff. If I have issues, do you think telling me that I have issues and I'm going through stuff, is that being supportive and helping me? You don't sound very grown up and mature to me. Because that most certainly is not how you would help somebody. Thanks for showing me that you're a judgmental ass bitch right there. You just told it yourself. You're the hypocrite. You judged me for thinking that I changed my opinion on something. You judged me and told me that I must have issues for saying that sex work isn't good. I'm sorry, hon, but if you had a daughter, which I hope your bitch ass don't, would you tell your daughter, sweetheart, I want you to grow up and be a prostitute? No, you're not. CPS would be at your door. They'd be wondering what the fuck is going on. We talk about body positivity and letting people do what they want to and not judge people for plastic surgery. But what do we also do? When parents pay for their kids to get their surgery done on their 18th birthday, what happens? We get angry. We're like, why are you putting this inside your baby girl head already? And she's 15 years old. She might even be done going through puberty. Why are you teaching her that she needs to have, fake double D tits? What don't you understand about that? Okay, we can recognize that. I don't get it. I don't get what's so hard for you to understand. So, I'm done. I'm wasting my time talking to you. Let me have some of my smoothie. Not my smoothie, my milkshake. These chocolate smoothies from Domino's are so good. But it just irritates me so much that people will literally wait and lurk and be waiting for me to say something that they don't like, just to leave a comment on it. And then this same hole, now you don't comment on none of my shit, none of my videos that I posted. You were waiting on this one to get posted to say some shit, and then still be wrong. I ain't changed my stance on that. I said that I changed my opinion on the idea of it, because it's like, you're doing it anyway. If you're gonna do it, might as well get paid for it. I ain't changed my stance on doing stereotypical shit in front of people that already think bad, negative things of you. So, so much more I can say about that. I can literally go on like a broken record, on and on. But thing is this: I'm not your God. Or maybe I am your God, but I'm not God. And I'm definitely not your mama. Why are you so pressed about my opinions? Why do you care about where me and my pussy going? You want to see Fat Ma and you ain't got $30? Because I can give you a free link to my OnlyFans, huh? Is that what you wanted? I'm genuinely curious. Why are you so worried about what I do? Are you being held at gunpoint to watch my content and cringing or something? Because I'm seriously wondering, why do you care what I do? Why do my opinions have such a hold on you? Are you my ex-boyfriend or something? Because I just want to know. Why do you care? Because I know I sure as hell don't care about these bitches that I see here in Japan. I see people post and say stuff all the time on Twitter, all the time on Facebook, where I'm like, that's all that's wrong, she don't know what you're talking about. But you wanna know what I don't do? I'm gonna go send them hate messages and leave half-ass partial insults because I'm a pussy like your bitch ass couldn't even directly insult me. Had to try to beat around the bush with it. Issues. The only person that got issues is you. You don't understand the concept of growing, changing your mind. You can't even quote me correctly. Making up shit, adding shit into my mouth that I ain't fucking say. Not understanding the context of everything. Comparing apples and oranges. Posting a video in your bra and panties or covering your chest is not on the same page as having sex with strangers for money, or with your boyfriend or girlfriend for money in front of an audience. I'm sorry, but they are not the same thing. I don't understand why you don't get that. Y'all have no problem with the Victoria's Secret runway model. No problem with Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Miley Cyrus. None of the celebs you could think of. Support them. Yeah, go on, girl. Put a $sign on it. What happened to you? I'm disappointed. Sex work. It's sex work because now there's money involved. But when there's not money involved, then it's okay. You're a whore when you have sex with people that you're not in a relationship with. But if you have 50 boyfriends and have sex with them, then people don't really care. So, yeah. It's whatever. The reality is, at the end of the day, I don't support having casual sex because I don't believe that sex is something that should be taken lightly. It's serious. It's an emotional thing. It's a spiritual thing. But people do it anyway, and I can acknowledge that. I can also acknowledge that I do it. Do I support it, and do I want people to do that? No. I'm not going to lie and pretend like I don't, though. That's the difference between me and you and the people that you watch on YouTube. Y'all are so used to people lying to you and pretending like they're perfect that when you hear somebody like me tell you what I'm doing and still remain solid on their own opinion and say, yeah, I'm doing this, but I wouldn't tell you to do that. That hurts you all. You don't know how to react to it. Because you come looking for my content so you could say, you're wrong, you're bad, you're whatever. And I already say it for you. So you're confused, you're scratching your head. You literally restated some of the stuff that I said in my video, basically. Indirectly, but in the wrong way. I kind of talked about how my opinion had changed a little bit. And instead of you being like, oh, okay, she changed her stance on this. Good for you. Or, I disagree with you. Instead it became, you have issues. You were so judgmental, you're whatever. Why are you bringing up my past? Which, you're wrong. That's not what I was doing. I stated facts. It's not a matter of being judgmental, it's a matter of being real. Y'all the same people that got mad at me about me talking about degrees. That's called being real. If you have an irrelevant degree, you're going to have difficulty getting a job. Am I the first person to tell you that water is wet? Fat meat is greasy? Is something else that you need to learn? I didn't know that was some type of, newfound knowledge for you. I just don't get it. Y'all so butthurt. You want to have a reason to dislike me. I am not here to be your friend. I state facts. You can get a degree whenever you want to. In whatever you want to. You ain't my husband. You ain't my daughter. You ain't my son. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you never find a job. I'm trying to help your dumbasses. You don't want my help? You think you better off without me? Think you do it? Then do whatever the fuck you want to. Don't come to my channel for advice and help then. I'm telling you what I would tell my own children. What I would tell my own friends, my own family. Because I want to care for you. But if you think I'm wrong, you hate my opinion, you disagree with me, you think I'm a hypocrite, I'm a liar, I'm anything else, go. Be free. You are not stuck here. You're not trapped. I don't want you here. Be gone. Thank you for the algorithm boost. Thank you for the ad revenue. Thank you for the engagement. It's cool. You don't have to love me. Just don't ask me for advice then, because I will be real with you. Nobody else does that. You're probably just not used to hearing the truth. Y'all want me to lie and say, you don't need a degree. Yeah, going for a degree in art is a great idea. Yeah, you can be a model. You can be an actor. Yeah, you're gonna make it here. Yeah, just study Japanese and you can get any job you want. That's what you want to hear. Then somebody tells you the truth. And instead of being like, this is a differing opinion. Or I never thought of it this way. Or, I disagree with you, but okay. Y'all get legitimately angry with me. Okay, well then cool. Don't be lurking on my channel waiting for advice then. But you can't stop doing that, can you? Because you know I'm the only person you can go to that'll give you real advice on what it's like living and working and studying and dating here. Which is why you still been lurking around and staying on my channel all this time later. I'm just a regular ass bitch, huh? Why do you care about where me and my pussy going? I'm genuinely curious. Why are you worried about the price tag on my pussy when you can't afford it? And I guess you don't plan to pay for it. Why you been hanging out in my channel all this time? You don't leave comments on nothing else, but you took the time to say something then. So that means you've been watching my shit. You might want to rewatch it and get what I said again. Because that's not what I said. I will also add, when talking about sexy pictures, I don't post sexy pictures of myself on these dating sites. Because you want to know what it does? It reiterates, foreign girls, they're easy. They're just looking for sex. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pretend to want a monogamous relationship, or I'm going to directly tell her what I want to do to her. Do I have pictures like that on Instagram? Yep, I sure do. Again, time and place for doing things. And forget about time and place. I do not want to feed into a stereotype. A negative one. That does negatively impact and affect my life. It's not a matter of trying to, people please or anything else like that y'all can go into. But rather to protect myself and rewrite the way that me and my race and my, country, my nationality is seen. Because I cannot tell you how many people I've met, dated, befriended who thought it was okay to directly, explicitly say rude sexual things to me because I'm a foreigner or a black woman. That is my point. So I'm done. Video about to be an hour long. Nothing else to really say. I'm through. I think it's really sad and crazy And interesting that there's people that don't like me but can't stop watching my stuff. People that will take the time to write you a mean, hateful comment. And then it's like, if you're going to write and talk crap about or towards me and tell me what I did and didn't say and tell me I have issues, actually listen to what I was saying, because my video answered the crap that you said in your comment. And if you watched my older content, you would know that that wasn't quite exactly the same thing that I was talking about. Soliciting people to go into a brothel or a host club or a girls bar is not the same thing as taking a photo in lingerie at home. It ain't the same. The term sex work has been used as this big umbrella recently nowadays. There are varying levels of doing sex work, and I'm sorry, that I wouldn't even consider that to be a part of it, but fine, if you want to, sure. Everything on my OnlyFans is rated somewhere between PG-13 to about 16. Soft porn, if you will, which is the same as what Instagram and Snapchat is. You're not seeing anything there. I don't have to explain myself to you. In fact, it's useless explaining myself to you, because you've already decided that you don't like me, you're not going to listen to what I say, and your purpose is to find me being a hypocrite about something. So, I'm done. Have fun choking on my pussy. Sorry to break it to you, but I'm human. I lie. I make mistakes. I experience things. I'm young. My opinions will change even in the future. I might look back at this video 5 years from now and change my mind on this again. That is life. I'm sorry to break it to you, but as much as you want me to be, I am not God. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. And like most intelligent people, I can get educated, I can experience things, and I can change my mind based on those experiences and things. That's facts. So, I'm done with this video. Have fun hating on me. Kiss my ass, lick my pussy.